Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Holiday Festival Podcast Edition. Today, we are with Chris Berryhill. He is with Magical Lights Adventure, Northwest Arkansas. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Chris, give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? Talk a little bit about your family and your career.
Sure. So completely unrelated to Arkansas. I grew up in Colorado. Lived there until I was probably, I think it was 20 years old. Then I moved to the South. And what started out, I always kind of had this dream to be an entrepreneur, actually, which is kind of like what has me, working with what I'm doing now, and starting this event. But had no idea by the time I graduated high school what I was going to do in life. I just knew that one day I wanted to pursue entrepreneurship in one way, shape, or form. So since I didn't know what I was doing, I basically moved to the South where I have a lot of relatives. And after I got a taste of the South, I decided to stay in Arkansas indefinitely. And so I continued pursuing my degree, which I went to school for business management.
Okay.
And then while I was in college is when I actually started my first small business. So, and that is a window cleaning, power washing company here located in Northwest Arkansas, which is what you can find me doing 10 months out of the year until Christmas season comes around, when we start our Christmas light business. So,
okay. All right. So let's jump into the Christmas light. Where did that come from?
Yeah. So it actually was kind of a mix. So I have a partner in it. So Magical Lights Adventure launches for its first time ever, November 25th this year. We've been building this in behind the scenes since March of this year, which is we joke around, it's like sweatshop work. Literally, like we're sitting in our office in our warehouse just plugging like hundreds of thousands of lights into our props. And our props are like these cutouts of like different Christmas characters and some non-Christmas characters. Like we have just a bunch of random ones. We have like tons of gingerbread people. We have all the Christmas characters you can think of, reindeer. We have trains, we have Santa, and then we also have a veteran shout out. So we have a whole section dedicated to veterans. So we have a bunch of basically all the logos for all the military branches. And then we have mega trees that are like upwards of 25 feet tall. We have a 300-foot tunnel. So what we've been doing all year is prepping all of this. And it has well taken better part of, and we finished last week. So it's been an undertaking.
Okay. So time frame, let's start. How long has it taken you to prep for this?
So we started like really the business prepping December of last year.
Okay.
And then as far as the actual like physical work of prepping the lights and props and all that stuff, that was in March. All right. It's pretty much been nonstop since then. So we've had some helpers helping us doing it, and then me and my partner, which I'll go ahead and kind of share to you. I feel like I didn't even answer your question. So what started Magical Lights Adventure was an aspiration between me and my partner. We both kind of separately had our own dream of this business. My dream started a couple years ago. I went to a drive-through show in Tennessee that's very popular, and my toddlers, they just eat it up. Like they are like fanatics when you take them through this dancing lights magical experience. And so that's where my dream kind of started. I was like, man, I'd love to own one of these. And really it was just kind of like I didn't think it was a feasible dream, just because of the size and magnitude that's required to build one of these things. And then So that's kind of a family tradition that we've been doing for years. And then last year I was talking to a guy I know locally that does what a lot of people in the country do, and it's called their house shows. So a lot of people will set up their houses with this style of light, and then you sync to a radio station, same thing, and then you can see the lights dancing and music.
Yeah.
And he has also always had the dream of having a full-blown like drive-through show. So we just kind of like connected on our dreams, and last December we were like, let's do it. So we his business and my business basically seed funded the thing.
Yeah.
And then, and that still wasn't enough.
So let's talk location. Where is this?
Yeah, so it's Washington County Fairgrounds.
Okay.
Can't miss it if you type it in on Google, Washington County Fairgrounds, or you can type in Magical Lights Adventure, and then you'll see our listing pop up for up here in Northwest Arkansas. But the city is Fayetteville, Arkansas. Fayetteville's mostly known for probably, if college fans out there, the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yep.
That's their home. Right down the street from the fairgrounds where we're located.
Okay. All right. And so you worked out a deal with the fairgrounds. They're just going to lease you the land for the 2 months. And how long is it going to take you to get set up?
Oh man, that we have 4 weeks on the schedule.
Okay.
We feel like it's not enough time, but
yeah, I bet. Yeah. Have you set it up off-site? Like, do you have a solid idea of how this thing is going to look, or is it still on paper?
We've set up some of it. We haven't set up the entire show because it would take like,
yeah.
Our show is made up of like, it's like a mile-long run.
Okay.
We haven't actually set up like how it really is. We've just kind of in our shop set up like all the
individual components.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And kind of tested things individually.
What kind of staffing is this going to entail?
For the setup, we're probably going to have on given certain weeks, we'll have 10 to 15 helpers. During the actual show to like run the show, we're thinking we'll have like 10 employees.
Okay.
10 part-time people. I mean, it's basically part-time work. So we're really looking for people like college students, that want an evening job. It'd be like perfect jobs for people picking up extra hours, since we open from 5 p.m. is when the doors are open, and then we'll start letting cars through the hour of 5, and then doors shut at 10 p.m. All
right. So let's give us a visual here. You're driving through. How fast are we driving through this?
It's about a 15-20 minute drive. So it's based off of how fast we want cars to be going, which is 3 miles per hour.
Okay. And bumper to bumper, or is there space? How much space between cars?
Yeah, we kind of manage that. So we let cars in every few seconds, so it gives them some extra feet.
Gotcha.
So it won't be like dead, bumper to bumper, but 10, 15 feet between cars.
Yep. Okay. And do we have the advanced ticket prices? Can you buy at the gate? How does that work?
So you do want to buy it in advance. You can buy it at the gate. That's not the ideal way. You want to go on our website, magiclightsnwa.com, and you can purchase tickets as early as right now, and you can select it by the hour you want to go. So tickets are $30 on the weekends, but right now we have an early bird special, so you can get it 20% off regardless of what day. If you guys purchase before our earlier bird special ends, which is October 31st, is the final day for that.
Okay, awesome. Right. Now, is there, and I'm assuming advanced ticket purchases really are going to help avoid traffic jams, and
Hopefully.
because I can see this thing explode, and I can see cars miles down the road,
Yeah.
waiting to get in as it goes through there. So that's great. As you look ahead to the future, what are some other things? Well, I guess before we talk about the future, we talked about the visual. I think people have a pretty good idea. The audio, there's an audio component here, right? And then what about some of the other things going on? One of the questions that we always ask in the podcast is, what are people going to smell? And so usually that means food. But are you going to have concessions or anything like that they can have some hot apple cider or some hot chocolate while they're in their cars driving through?
Yeah, so that was exactly what we were thinking. The first year, we will have a food truck that is going to be selling fancy hot chocolates. So you can pull, we have a little section as you're in the line to go through the show. Right before the show, you can pull off, and then we'll have some hot chocolate, a hot chocolate stand there where you can get a nice fancy little hot chocolate that has fun decorations and candy canes and stuff on it. And then I believe we also have a couple little baked treats with that. That is the only thing we'll have available on the first year. But next year, we're calling it the after party, but essentially it's going to be this like after the drive-through show, you can park, and then we'll have tents set up with all kinds of fun things. We'll probably have Santa there for the kids. We'll have some fun like blow up games that you can get tickets for, and then we'll have all kinds of festive Christmas stuff like the apple cider and all the things you think Christmas that you eat, we'll probably have there.
Absolutely. Is it I already know the answer to this question. Is it hard as an entrepreneur to see the vision of where this thing is going to go and how big it's going to be and what your community is going to do, and not want to do it all that first year?
Yeah.
It would drive me nuts. Yeah.
No, trust me. I'm like, a part of me feels like I'm like leaving like the vision. Like, it's like I'm not completing it because I'm not doing that part. But like, we toyed around with doing it this year. It's just, it would be so like the amount of undertaking just to get the main show up. It'd probably be a bad idea for us to also do that. You know? This first year, our main thing is we just want to have a really awesome show that's enjoyed by everybody. And as long as we do that, then it's a success in our book. And then next year, we definitely want to do the after party in the future, because I know that a lot of people will want to park afterwards and, take some family photos and go have fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So share with us the website again. And of course, put your social media plugs in there too. Sure. I'm sure those are going to be that's really going to explode for you quickly. So
so it's magiclightsnwa.com. And then our social media is pretty simple. You just go facebook.com/magicallightsadventure. And you'll find our Facebook page. So feel free to follow and like our page there. And you'll get to stay up to date with all of the current things happening as we're prepping to bring on this show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Chris, thanks so much for being on with us. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready